What power snatches train? Today we talk about what power snatches train on a neural or neuromuscular level, what power snatches train on a metabolic level, what power snatches train on a movement or technical level, and what muscles are involved in a power snatch. So what do power snatches train? If I look at training, I try to look at different levels. And let me explain that. So we can look at a neural or neuromuscular level. We can look at a metabolic level. And we can look at the technical or movement pattern level. Yeah? So if we look at the power snatch and we look at the first level, which is the neural or neuromuscular level, most of the times the power snatch is performed with relatively high intensities, an explosive effort, and a few repetitions. So we are targeting force and power output. The difference between force and power output, I've discussed that before very quickly. Power is force multiplied by velocity, so it also takes time into consideration, where force is just the ability to overcome resistance without necessarily taking time into consideration. So back to the power snatch and how it trains the neuromuscular level. As I said, the power snatch is done with high intensities, low repetitions, so it targets the recruitment of muscle fibers as well as the frequency or the firing frequency of the motor unit. If we look at the second level, the metabolic level, again, most of the times we don't use the power snatch for metabolic training, but it's important to understand on what level in the metabolic system the power snatch works. Excuse me. So, which energy system does the power snatch target? And most of the times, as I said, high intensity, low repetitions, that's the phosphagen system, so ATP and creatine phosphate, so which means this energy system delivers a lot of energy, but just for a short period of time. So, and what that means for our training, we need to do the exercise, in this instance the power snatch, and then wait for the replenishment of the energy system, the phosphagen system, which is around 60 seconds until 90% replenishment. Again, this is a rule of thumb. Or we need complete rest, which means 3 to 5 minutes of rest to have the energy system fully replenished. If we look at the technical or the movement pattern level, again, I've discussed that before. The power snatch works on an extension of the whole body, yeah? So we call it triple extension. And every sport that involves running, kicking, jumping, throwing, there is a triple extension involved. So if you are doing any sport that involves running, jumping, throwing, you'd better be doing power cleans if you can master it technically. So last one, the muscle groups involved in the power snatch. Mainly all muscle groups of the lower body, so posterior chain and anterior chain, so hamstring, glutes, but also the quads. From the upper body, we talk about the posterior chain, so we have a lot of activation in the backside of our body. And yeah, since we do most activities in front of us, so the power snatch is a very good exercise to complement and work on the posterior side. Okay, as a recap, the power snatch works on the neural or neurological level, on the recruitment of motor units, as well as the firing frequency of motor units. On a metabolic level or energy systems, it mainly works the phosphagen system. On a technical level or movement pattern level, it works on everything that involves triple extension. And from a muscular level, it works on the lower body as well as the posterior side of the upper body.